Hi guys and welcome to Bomb Anime. It's your girl
Rika
and Big Boy Sammy here bringing you another wild card. It's the spotlight on mami-chan. You know what it is, let's get right into it.
There is so much to say about mami-chan. Firstly, I think that the girl has a personality disorder. That's the only explanation for this girl's attitude towards other people.
I don't know if she has a personality disorder, but I feel like she's guarded a lot. As a guy, I don't really get the internal workings or the internal mindset of women really. All I see is actions, do you get what I mean? And so maybe this is what they're all like, or a good majority or a good section of 20-something-year-old females' mindsets are. I don't know. What do you think?
I just told you I thought she had a personality disorder, so I think we know what I think. Firstly, let's talk about how she acts around her actual friendship group, which was extremely weird. She mostly ignores them unless they're in a setting where it's more social, where there's more people around. She stays on her phone. We still don't know who she's messaging. Anytime they ask her a question, she ignores them, or she gives a really stoic one-word or a couple-word response. She's only ever speaking in any kind of animated way when she's around other people, and I actually don't know why they put up with it or why they haven't called her on her two separate personalities that she has when she's with them versus when she's around other people.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like, I guess we could speculate who she's on the phone to. Maybe her first boyfriend, maybe some family member that she actually respects. But you're right, the two personalities, it's a bit of a problem. Like, if I had a friend like that, I wouldn't have a friend like that.
You said it could be a family member she trusted. Well, we know it's not her brother because we saw her brother in the tail end of Rent-A-Girlfriend. And she was acting standoffish with him as well. I can't see there being another person that she's actually close to.
Could she be sending it to herself? Oh no, but then we would have seen double images in the phone, so it's not her. It is a mystery that I hope they do clear up in the next season, if they get a next season.
There is a second season. It has been confirmed and it's currently in production. We should see it sometime this year. Also, there's another thing that makes me feel like it's a personality disorder, and that is her very keen understanding of what cute perfection looks like. She's very in tune to it. She knows how to smile and be attractive and get the attention of the male population. To be honest, this kind of girl is someone that other females would immediately realize exactly who she is and would more than likely dislike and want to avoid.
With all that said and done though, she was perfect for this show. She was a good character that came in and created the chaos necessary for us to keep watching. She is one of my favourite characters in the whole of Rent-A-Girlfriend.
I feel like we didn't see her enough, and I hope that we see her a lot more in season 2 because I think it was episode 5 was the last time we saw her, and then we saw her at the end on episode 11, and it was just, how could she disappear when she's in the same friendship group and she runs in the same circles as Kazuya? It's impossible for us to not see her more. That was unrealistic to me.
You hang around these people, I should see you more on the screen. No, I get it. It makes sense. So, what is her deal with Kazuya?
I think that she did something that a lot of human beings in general do. I don't want this person. Oh, they're getting attention from someone else? Not just someone else, but someone better than me? Oh, no. This is now a challenge. I've got to prove that I could easily get you back if I wanted to. And I think that there are a lot of people that actually have that kind of attitude. Personally, I don't have that kind of attitude because if I'm done with you, I'm done. I don't want to speak to you again.
Okay, noted.
But I have noticed a lot of people do that. A lot of people have that kind of trait where it's kind of, they can't let go of that.
I see this trait a lot in children. I'm not playing with this toy no more. Someone else grabs the toy and then they're like, I want this toy again. What are you doing with my toy? Wait, bro, you pull it down. Like, what's going on? And it did feel that way until the end when we saw that she figured out the whole fact that Mizuhara was a Rent-A-Girlfriend, and then she confronted her. And then what a power move to rent her out just to get information and show her that you're nothing to me. Oh God, it was beautiful. It was like, oh, wow.
there was a couple of things going on there. Firstly, Mizuhara challenged her in front of everyone, and like I already said, not even her friends challenge her. Her friends take her nasty attitude, accept her standoffishness, and accept the fact that she's different around everybody else, and no one calls her on anything that she does. Mizuhara got up in front of everyone and was like, hell no, you're not about to do this in my presence. I bet that she has never been shut down like that. She's always in control. Although she acts cute and she acts vulnerable, it's all a power play. Everything that she does is a power play, and she is always in control, and she is always at the top of the food chain. Mizuhara, did you see the way everyone at that table looked at her like, oh my God, what is she gonna do? Everyone was so shocked that Mizuhara was here and put her right in her place, and then just walked away. She couldn't get the power that she desired over Mizuhara in that moment, because not only was she talking badly about Kazuya, she also wanted to basically break them up. And she didn't get what she wanted out of it. And then again, Mami-chan did another power play at the beach and said, I'm in the swimming pool, I'm all alone. Before that, she did the thing behind the rocks.
Yeah.
Then he breaks up with her publicly, which made her happy. But then instead of coming to her in the pool, which he should have done because she is the powerful one in the situation, you're socially awkward, you're not good with girls, how dare you really? And then instead of coming to me at the pool, who is the object that you're with again? Mizuhara, how dare you again? This girl is slighting me. That's how I feel that Mami-chan was thinking. At every point, at every turn, you're getting the upper hand in this game that I should be winning because I'm perfect, I'm pretty, I know the right things to say, I'm sexy. How dare you?
You know when Mizuhara came out in her bikini?
Yeah, and she had bigger breasts.
And then she zipped up.
Yeah.
She zipped up real quick. It's like, whoa. So I can't beat her on looks. And she's confident enough to stand up in front of strangers to tell me about myself and walk away. Oh, that walk away though. Like, okay, I'm leaving. Enough said, game over. Drop mic, boom, done. I get that Mami-chan is a narcissist or something, because obviously the world revolves around her. But unfortunately, someone shut her down, and it was so delicious to watch. It's like a fine steak, mate.
I'm not really sure that all of this is Mami-chan's fault, because surrounding her is nothing but enablers. I'm pretty sure that her parents would have let her get away with loads of things because, oh, she's so cute, she's pretty. And even if there was a situation where her character could have been taken into account against, say, another person, I'm pretty sure they would have sided with the cute, pretty one, because a lot of people do this kind of thing, especially in media with parents. A lot of parents have a favorite child, but in media, they always over-exaggerate this. And I think that she would be the favorite out of her and her brother. He seemed more subdued, quieter. We don't know much about her brother because he was only on screen for a very short amount of time, but she had the upper hand over him as well. She treated him quite dismissively.
Yeah.
So I can only assume that that's the dynamic of their relationship, and she's allowed to keep that dynamic going because her parents reinforce that for her. Her friends reinforce it by not calling her out on her poor behavior. And then you've got idiots like Kazuya who can't for the life of him seem to realize that she's not a very nice person. Even when he caught her speaking to Mizuhara in that way and realized that she had clearly rented her out to put her in her place, the only comment he came up with was, oh, she seemed a bit mad.
But again, we've already discussed Kazuya and how he has no backbone. Because at any point during that whole stalking escapade at the end, he could have stepped in and been like, listen, what the hell are you doing? What is wrong with you? I've moved on. I no longer want you.
But I think it was also interesting that Mami saw his knee. She knew he was there when she was having that conversation with Mizuhara, and she chose not to answer that question. She sounded irritated by the question of, what, have you ever given him a real chance? And for me, her walking away and not saying it could have been one or two things. It's either another power play because she wants to keep him guessing. She wants him to be in the situation where he's constantly wondering, does she want me or not?
That is what I lean towards.
Or there's another option of she really isn't sure how she feels about him because life is a game. life is a power play and I'm on top all of the time. But this seemed to be a possibility of her actually just not knowing, do I actually have feelings for this guy? I've never looked at things in terms of anyone's real feelings or even my real feelings. I've just treated life as a big game. And I feel like that would be very interesting to explore in season 2.
Yeah, I mean, I agree it being 1 out of 2, but I do lean towards the fact that it's still a power play because I've been shown nothing else. All I've been shown, like you said, is life is a game. She's on top. She's the queen and everything revolves around her. So that's all I know based on what the anime has shown me. So I have no reason to believe otherwise now. Because as you said, we know she saw the knee. We know she knew he was there. And Mizuhara was doing her best to fight for him even though she was taught to like rubbish. But still, it didn't wake Mami-chan out of her whole, I'm the queen, everyone should revolve around me. Look at what her request was. Her request was, this ends now. Why? What has it got to do with you? You haven't seen this guy for another 6 episodes. What has it got to do with you? You no longer care about him. We saw you on a date with someone else in the car, some nondescript guy in the car. You're moving on and living your best life. What is your problem? Why can't you let this guy move on? Does she like him? No. She just needs people under her thumb.
I think that in this situation is the first time where Mami was a little bit more human to me. I kind of disagree with you a little bit with some of the things that you said because I actually feel like when she realized that Kazuya saw everything that happened, she felt very defeated. Not only has he seen a different side to her, and now she no longer knows what he thinks of her because she knows that Kazuya sees her on a pedestal as a perfect girl that he just was so happy to just be around. But now he's seen the side to her that she usually hides from most people. And not only that, he didn't come out and stand up for her the way he usually did. We saw him at the table in front of his girlfriend. He stood up for her. And in this instance, he didn't. He stayed hidden. And I feel like in this moment, she did feel very defeated by everything. Everything started to crumble for her. Her 2 distinct personalities have now crashed together and now she no longer knows what he thinks of her. He hasn't really been around her for this whole time and he doesn't really care. He's having a good time. And on top of that, a lot of people do know that Mizuhara at this point is a rental. His friend knows, she knows now. But at the same time, when we saw Curry, he said even himself, okay, I know that this girl is a rental, but first of all, this rental wouldn't be doing this if she didn't have feelings for him. And I know for a fact, Kazuya has feelings for her. And I think that Mami can see this as well.
The only person who can't see it
is the 2 of them?
Yeah.
So I feel like for Mami, everything that she knows, everything that she's comfortable with her whole life is falling apart, and it's falling apart really fast, and I don't think she really knows what to do. She even said herself, I don't know why I can't let him go, but I do think that it's because what she expected to see happen didn't happen. He found an attractive person. Whether she's a rental or not, they're clearly getting on very well, and she can't reconcile that in her own head. It's been a very hard season for Mami. I know that she is actually a horrible person, but I also see the human side of her as well. And I don't put all the blame at her feet. There's a lot of people here that are to blame for the person that she's actually eventually become. And I do feel that at this point, she can still get help and she can become a more rounded person. And I do hope that we start to see growth with her character and she's not just the person that creates chaos.
Yeah, I mean, that would be good, especially coming into season 2, because I feel like season 2 will have more girls and more problems for Kazuya. And Mami will be a deep feature in that, because Mami will probably take on the sort of slightly Ruka role. Ruka.
Shut up.
Take on the Ruka role where she's like trying to do her best to prove to Kazuya that, you know, I'm actually a good girlfriend. Because she started rolling off all the stuff that they did together for no reason. Like, there was no point to it. He was already putting in your hand. You didn't need to try and explain yourself or prove your worth unless you thought he was slipping away. So I think it was at that point where she realized, damn. And like, for all his flaws, Kazuya's not a bad guy. He'll go to bat for his girl. Do you get what I mean? He'll go to bat for any girl, but he will go to bat for you. And he's loving and doting, and every time we have flashbacks of him and Mami's relationship, there wasn't constant like holding and stuff like that. He was just enjoying being in her presence. And to be honest, I've been in a few relationships where just being in that person's presence is amazing, and you kind of want to give him the world. You've now got one less person wanting to give you the world, and it hurts because it's like losing money, innit?
I don't know if it is for Mami, because I know that you said, oh, we saw her in the car with a guy, but really we have not seen her with an actual boyfriend. She said she's only had one in the past and that it didn't last very long. And we know that the relationship she had with Kazuya did not last very long either. It was just a couple of weeks. Or was it a couple of weeks or a couple of days? It was not very long. So she doesn't actually have a very good track record with being in relationships or being with someone that actually cares about her. So I feel like to forget that would be doing Mami actually a disservice, because I don't think she knows what relationships really are either. She's handling everything in a very immature way. I'm enjoying watching her on screen, but it is very immature, and she needs to grow just as much as Kazuya needs to grow as well. They're both very immature. Even the way she exposed him at the table, it was very immature.
Yeah, why would you talk about how he can't stand up because he's in your presence? Bruv, he loves you and he's young. Do you know what I mean?
He didn't love her. He's been with her a couple of weeks. It's infatuation and
he's
love.
Infatuated and he's lustful. There's no need to tell a stranger that. Like, come on. That was very disrespectful. And Mizuhara had every single right to stand up and be like, this is too far. And Mami still got backed. So then she knew she was in a happy place. That's when she was the happiest that we saw her. Up until the beach, she was the happiest. When he didn't come in 15 minutes like he said that he would, that's when we saw the deterioration go down. Because A, he saved the life of the person that was, you know, her enemy. And B, he's hanging around her a lot more and he hasn't broken up with her. She's losing her kingdom.
We would like you to let us know what you think in the comments of Mami-chan. Are you looking forward to seeing her in season 2? Are you hoping you don't see her at all? And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.
Peace.